And I can test actually for what renderer is better for the game. And you know what? I can actually test that right now. Let me check just one little thing. Let me do the framing, fluid frames. I know the overlay of the adrenalin software glitches a little bit, so I'm sorry about that. Let's reduce the window. Let's load the state. This is actually the same place that I was trying to start recording from, by the way. And what I want to do is go to Tools, Input Recording, New, Save State, so the input recording doesn't start from any place, but it starts from a saved state. And I actually don't know if we can replicate without either powering the whole virtual machine on or from a save state. But I don't care about that because I'm not trying to achieve it yet. And we'll do, this is just render benchmark. We can do that. And so we'll do enter author name. Me, Bertha, dot and flag is fine. And so start a new input recording. It is recording, so we go. Gotta be careful because in this particular part of the game, I'm skipping class, so they're going to follow me. Apart from the guys that want to beat the shit out of me. Oh no. Well, they did follow me because I heard the music. Notice how because I'm not in full screen, we're not generating frames with AMD's fluid frame, whatever. What I was doing was coming here, jumping here, losing the skateboard, running here, taking one of these peaches or apples, eating one, getting close to the tree, climb, go to this way, 1, 2, then we press the triangle. And I was trying to pick weapons. Let's drop just one of these. Well, I want to point it at someone. There you go. And that's my test. So I go to Tools, Input Recording, Stop. And so let's go to Tools again, Input Recording, Play. And this is for the one we saved. And I actually have these other ones saved that I forgot about. Let's see what happens. I mean, it's fairly complex, but not too much. And this is actually ready already. You can see that it says pause, so I have to unpause the emulator for it to run with this the space bar. Let's see what it does. If we have luck, we get to the stadium, but the rest is super difficult to achieve actually. You can see it is playing by itself. I'm not touching the controller. And I should have started recording the data with AMD software. This is cool. It's so hard to get here if you have like stutters in the game. And there's no stutters. And there you go. That's what happens. So now it's like doing weird stuff and running around. So it was a little bit off. It will drop those though. Yeah. I mean, it's fairly varied, right? It changes less. The thing about the input recording is that like the inputs are kind of coordinated with the frame timing. So if it changes a little bit, and it will do because the physical pieces that process the game are at different points in time in the real universe. We're always going to have those differences, and sometimes it's going to be difficult to achieve the same result. And maybe it's just a problem of the way, well, it is a problem with the way the thing records inputs. But anyway, let's start something. Let's go to the folder where I have all the FPS things stored at. I actually want to delete them all. Stupid. And this is a CSV file, so by type I sort FPS, hardware, FPS and hardware. You can also record like the rest of the information, not only the FPS. I don't know if I should delete other files that I see here, but whatever. We're going to start again. And now we're going to pay attention to what the renderer is. And we go, well, no, this is a renderer that doesn't show anything. So there's like another window that you can come up with. Oh, it actually renders the audio. But yeah, it doesn't make any sense testing it. Oh, maybe I can test the game against it. No, let's do software. Let's not waste time. So I'll do that, and I'll do input recording, stop the current one, and I'll go play, render benchmark, and this is ready with this null render now. Software renderer, bro. What the hell? Input recording, stop. Settings, again, graphics, software, close, play it. So we're rendering with software. Yo, what the hell? Oh, rendering with software deactivates everything. So this is even better to test it with because it's supposed to be fast. Is it not? I don't know. But I'll test it with it. So let's go to input recording and we're gonna play this. And so I'll press Control Shift L and then spacebar. Control Shift L is the AMD command for, you know, the recording of the frame pacing. Actually, good colors in the game with the software only. Did I fuck up the games too much with other effects, like the way I had it before? Okay, we didn't fall in the stairs. Ooh, almost. I just came too close to those stairs in the thing. It fucks everything up. I think that to avoid getting in places you shouldn't, when you record input, you should go like straight in the middle of things and do like a round trip and stuff like that. This is more similar to the previous one we had. If there's a guy sitting down, he's fucked, yeah. Oh, this is exactly the same as before. So I might have this instead of the other thing I did, and there's no problem with that. So we can see now the file we just created. I just pressed Ctrl Shift again, and because I erased everything in the folder, now we have just the hardware, and you can actually plot the hardware also, stats from this, but we go FPS. And let's see this, we have 164 frames per second, I guess, when the thing wasn't paused, because it goes to my monitor's refresh rate, and it drops probably when we start it. And then you can see, like, let's see, I only want to see I don't understand this one, but I understand the minimum. So it never went below 58 frames per second, rendering with software. The median is the value right in the middle of all the data we took if we sorted it in order, I think. No, it is. Average is, well, the average, right? That's a formula specifically, all the values divided by the number of values. So the average, yeah, the formula, the values taken, the sum of the values taken divided by the number of values taken. So on average, we get, that's actually very good, 64 on average for some reason. Oh yeah, the average is modified by this beginning of the thing. So I can actually open the file and modify that, but I don't really care. I don't really care. Then we go to, oh, and this is crazy. Actually, yeah, the modified part of the thing is skewing the data too much. So I'll actually show you how I do that. CN. So I have these files, right? And I do edit, and in here you can see, well, average frame rate, and I see 164, 64, 60, before they drop to here. So you can erase all of this without like the title, and then you can do shift end, it's control end, and go to whatever the values do the same here. It's actually very little. And once I do that and I reopen the file in adrenalin charts, I shouldn't see the beginning ones, and I see I see better information because it's not skewed by those larger values. So you can see now the average is at 59.9, so on average pretty much 60 frames per second. Minimum is 58, median is 59, 99% average, which I don't know what it means, is 59.9. Now this is something that I'd really like to look at, looking for like the best place in performance in games that are higher requiring, like what do I sacrifice so I have the best performance. The ideal performance is supposed to be like your 99 percentile frames per second should be 10% below your desired frame rate. So if I desire to have 60 FPS, the 10% of 60 is 6. So my 99% value should be 54. In this case is 58, which is better than that rule of thumb. So software is a very good benchmark for, like, this is the ideal, right? Ideal shit. So that's what happened with that. Now let's go back to the game. We tested software. We'll test Vulkan, and we'll go with, well, let's unpause this. We can see like colors and everything are better. Vulkan allows us to use a lot of things also, so we can increase the resolution and everything. Let's play this again. This is paused. Remember, let's see, check that I have Vulkan. I do, and I just have to do, I guess I'll do space and really quickly Control Shift L so I can have the least like big skewed data that I had before. So space, Control Shift L, and I'm recording the data. I already saw 57, and I think the minimum we had was 58. Vulkan tends to perform very well, so shouldn't be any problem with it. And actually, I've always felt like Vulkan looks a little bit better. I don't know why. I don't know if the aliasing is better. I mean, the anti-aliasing is better. or is this, or if it is placebo, like the difference is so little. It might be colors, it might be the actual blending, meaning that, you know, edges and smooth edges and round objects are more round. I don't know. Very good test so far. This looks like a completely playable game already. And this is, we're getting a consistent like input play, input or accidental benchmark that is consistent. There you go. Right before thy knee in the chest. So I just pressed Ctrl Shift L and you can see the second file here, almost the same size. I guess I'll check it right away and see. We have values that are too crazy. I guess these three can leave. And at the end, we registered a couple 96s. I know anything above 60 is not real because PlayStation 2 originally produced, I think, 30 frames per second. And the 60 are parts of a hack specifically for this game. And that's the most you can actually hack frame rate in this game. So I feel comfortable deleting any other than that. So select files, FPS, and look at this. This is better already. So we can compare only the minimum. So the green one, which is the latest one. So this is Vulkan. So look at this. Vulkan, which looks much better than software, is better performing. So an absolute yes of a decision. And I can apply all the features on it. So minimum, 1 frame higher. Medium, 1 frame, not 1 frame, but a little bit higher. Average, the same. 99% the same. Now you can just check here that our 99 percentile is a little bit higher. Not a lot, not even a frame. It's not even like a 0.001 of a. It's not 0.01 of a frame even. Like the difference is, it can get to be like 1% of a frame better. So it is better, not a lot better. But I like this value here. The minimum never goes below 59 for sure. So the minimum is a whole frame better. That's something. Now let's go for next one, which is display this. Let's me have a beating for being an asshole with randos. Let's open OpenGL. Let's go to what is it? Tools, input recording. I'll stop the current one. Tools, input recording, play the next one. Render benchmark. And now we have this open. We have this open and we have it with OpenGL for sure. So I'll go space, Control Shift L. Let the game play by itself. Yeah, I think Vulkan has a better colors. I think both. Yeah, I was noticing that. I said that. And OpenGL has crazy frame drops. They actually could affect the way because the inputting recording goes in sync with the. Let me see what happens here. No, it goes behind the thing still. But because the framing, I said this before, because the framing goes paired with the input. If there's less frames, some inputs may be skewed, and some different actions would take place. Right now, what the hell? Why? I think it's consistent what it is doing. Take the firecrackers, one to the field, and another to this fella. There you go. Then tackled by the big guy. So accidentally consistent benchmark. Be ready to press Ctrl Shift L really soon. Couldn't save him from getting hit in the balls this time. There you go. So that's that. I'll check it real quickly for, this is 5:15. Really quickly check it for iframes. What the hell? I was out of the window, bruh. Okay, so I fucked this test because my window wasn't active. So I have to repeat it. God damn it. Because this is right here. I don't even know if it is recording. It should be. Yeah, but there's big frame drops. Look at this. I'll go drink some water. I just shift tabbed or control shift, control tabbed or alt tabbed. What is the command? Yeah, alt tab. So I might have gotten out of the screen for a second. So maybe we have some non-A's. Bro, that's crazy that bullying. That's straight up. See this? This is when I tab alted accidentally. I'm sorry. Anyway. Shouldn't affect the test too much because I also see that OpenGL is definitely terrible. So look at the NIs. At least they don't skew the data. It doesn't show up 0. It just don't show. We had the NIs and then we have these big drops all of a sudden in several places. That's crazy. Look at this. Look at this. Like There's not even 99%. Oh, what? Yeah, but if we compare the minimums, 47 is the minimum it goes to. The median is not so bad, actually. Lower than all of them, but negligible values. On average, it doesn't show average. Why? Because we're missing some data. Anyway, I'll leave it like this because I got fucking angry that I screwed up 2 tests. And I'll jump to direct 3D. This is 12. I'll stop the input recording. I'll start a new one. No, not a new one, but a play. This is the other one. Space, Control, Shift L. Ooh, this is much better. Though I saw a red thing once just now. I don't know if it's placebo, but the colors I don't see that bright anymore as I did prior. It's crazy because in the video you're told to prioritize OpenGL. Maybe I did something to OpenGL in my computer specifically, but it doesn't work well here. I don't remember having done anything to OpenGL, by the way. I kind of see the frames per second chart be a little bit stuttery, like going up and down a lot. I just noticed the detail that a lot of kind of like dust comes out of the field when they tackle you down or they make you drop the floor. This game is very good. Bro, worst possible outcome. It looks like one of those gifts stopped at the proper time, or perfectly perfectly cut screams is the subreddit. The way Jimmy looks. Ah, fuck! I forgot to press the buttons, the magic buttons. So I'll modify. We have 108, 68. I can delete these. And then at the bottom we have all of this when I started to say a terrible joke. There you go. And so now we have 4. Almost did this 4. And the most recent one, which is, I think they actually come in order. No, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. But I know this is the direct, whatever. And look at that straight line though. Damn, that might be very good. Oh, wow, look at how solid the values are. So let me look. Minimum. It's a better minimum by a bit. The medium is larger. Wow, it's the same minimum than this. I mean medium than this. That's funny. On average the same. And this value is the same. Now, wow, look at this. I have to delete this reds for it to get like a little bit of a close-up though. 70s to 470s. I can delete these. I guess I can zoom out better if I do that on that data. A little bit. Yo, look at the blue one. 6.3. Oh, the red is better at that percentile. No, but that doesn't count because that data is wrong, right? So red doesn't count. So if red doesn't count, this, what color is this? Let's name it a color that I can pronounce. Blue. It would have been hilarious if I said the wrong color anyway. So the blue, yeah, better 99 percentile. Bro, it's almost only 60 frames per second. And as far as I'm concerned, if I round it up, this is 60 frames per second constantly. This is very good stuff. And look at Jimmy. Jimmy's not very happy about it, but I'm happy, Jimmy. Anyway, input recording, stop. Let me play this. And this is basically the last rendering video. Play. The last rendering video? What did I say video? This is the last rendering benchmark. So space, Control Shift L. Let's go. I think 12 is going to be better again. That's what I had picked prior. This actually has a lot of action. When I turn the camera to look back, pressing the stick, this guy starts following you always. I jump the stairs. I constantly press A, so there's like an input spamming, with which we can make sure that spamming the input doesn't ruin the game. We jump here. We give a spin. That's crazy, bro. Then we start doing weird stuff. But we throw some things, the firecrackers that we could test if they blow up the game. It's actually fairly similar to the benchmarking in Red Dead Redemption, huh? Well, I just throw a firecracker, yeah. Yeah, it's not very similar, I'm sorry. Is the line a pound cake? Here comes your pound cake? Yo, in the same place, that's consistency? Why is that so different though? I did stop it. I did stop the thing. Don't worry. 527. This is it. A couple over the 100, a couple 70s, the lead. And then I took not too long to stop it. It's very good shit. And so Jimmy's face here. I'm sorry, Jimmy. I have to put you through this beating for the sake of discovering what the best game of get you into more beatings is. It's just more fluent beatings, you know? Minimum. The fuck? Is that red? What is this? Oh, they changed colors. Oh, that's crazy. No. Can I have it sorted by date? I think this is good. Okay, so yeah, you can see what's up here. I should name them, right? Let me name them. I'll name the file so it's easier to see. So the oldest one is software. Then we have, no, don't change the name like that, just the last part. This is software. Then we have Vulkan. Then there's OpenGL that I think we're not doing justice to, but it's not worth it anyway. And this is D3D11, and this is D3D12. D3D12. Well, there you go. So now it makes more sense opening them. You can see their names in the end. So comparisons worth making. Last two are the direct 3D ones. So 11 is better than 12, or has a higher minimum. Medium is the same for both of them, exactly the same. Average is exactly the same. 99 exactly the same. Here, 99 percentile for 11 is higher. Let's compare them both only. 11 versus 12. And I actually like the direct 3D ones one, because those are the ones that I can generate more frames with the fluid frame motion thing from AMD. And it's very hard to spot the differences, but yeah, this minimum is a little bit higher. And look at the way the curves, like the blue curve goes a little bit higher than the other curve right here. Can I have the magnifier? There you go. You can see it with it, right? Look at this. Look at this thing. Do you see how it is a little bit higher? That's what we want. There you go. So on in terms of render, we have a winner. Winner chicken dinner, and it's Directory 11. And I hope it plays how it looks. Did I pick it again? Oh, I have to check the footage because, oh no, 12 is better. I mixed them up. Yeah, because it appears first in the list. Nope, 12 is better. And it makes sense. It's like an advanced version of it. Okay, so this is the best the game can render. We figured it out, boys. And where are the guys that reversal, boy? There you go. Anyway, let's not get distracted.